Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. I'm with mindworthfightingfor.com. It is a depression and mental health website that has all the tips you need on getting help. Today I wanted to share something with you, share actually a personal secret about my journey with depression and about something that made it a lot worse. And I'm going to be very vulnerable, but I just wanted to share this and hopefully it can help someone else. So I'm excited to let you guys know what it is. So if you've seen any of my videos or visited my website, you'll see that I had a medical condition called hypoglycemia. And hypoglycemia is just a fancy word for low blood sugar. It basically means when the doctor took the blood test, the amount of blood sugar that was in my blood was very low. And what is blood sugar? Well, it's basically the energy that gets sent around in your bloodstream that goes to like your muscles, your organs, and your brain. So after you eat a meal, all the sugar from that food goes into your bloodstream, and then your organs and your brain get the energy from that food. Okay, so when the doctor took the test, he said that I had low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. And so he put me on a diet plan. I did that diet plan for a while, and he took another test. And he got on to me. He said, why isn't this working? I had been doing it for a couple of weeks. It should have been better. The results should have been better on the blood work. And I told him, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm eating healthy. I'm eating so many sweet potatoes and so much lettuce. Like, I'm eating healthy. What's the problem? He's like, well, how much are you eating? So I told him, and that's when he got on to me. He said, you're not eating enough. You're not eating enough food to help your blood sugar get back up and to make the hypoglycemia go away. And now what this reminded me of, and this kind of confirmed that hypoglycemia, I think I caused this, and it is confirmed medically that you can get hypoglycemia from not eating enough food. So let me just tell you a little bit about hypoglycemia. You can get it in a couple ways. The first one is genetic. Maybe if your liver doesn't process carbohydrates well, it can be genetic. The second one is called resting hypoglycemia, and that's like if you've ever eaten something very sweet and sugary, you know how you get like a blood sugar spike and then it will drop? Well, that is resting hypoglycemia, is like that sugar low. So you get your sugar high when it's like up here, and then you get your sugar low. The third reason is if you skip meals or if you starve yourself. And that's me, and that is my confession and my secret, and I'm telling you today because I hope this will help someone. You see, I was starving myself and only eating about 300 calories a day. The reasons for that are very complex. It has a lot to do with body image. Also, I just don't like eating. I'm really busy. And it just wasn't a priority for me to eat food. And what this does, this caused hypoglycemia. This caused the low blood sugar because I wasn't eating enough food to have enough blood sugar in my blood. I wasn't even eating enough to hardly have any energy at all. And what this causes is hypoglycemia can have the same effects to those as depression, so extremely low moods. It can come with suicidal thoughts, anxiety, inability to concentrate. You just kind of sit there and you can't concentrate, can't get out of bed, no energy. All the things that look like depression can be caused by hypoglycemia. And if you have already mental depression and you add hypoglycemia on top of that, it can make it about 10 to 20 times worse. So I already had mental depression that I was seeing a counselor for, but I wasn't eating enough and my moods were always very low because of this hypoglycemia. And what that produced in me was extremely, extremely suicidal depression for about 3.5 years. So it didn't matter how much I saw the counselor, what kind of help I got, how well I was doing mentally. I was not eating enough calories for my brain to even be able to run. It's like I was trying to drive a car and never putting any gas in it, just trying to push it up a hill. My brain didn't have any calories or any nutrients, no fuel to run. And it made my symptoms of depression 10 times worse. Like I said, suicidal. And you can correlate it with your blood sugar. So when your blood sugar is steady, my moods were steady. So when I would eat, I was fine. If I would eat something really sugary, it would kind of spike and then drop. Or if I wouldn't eat at all, it would drop and it would be like in here. And that's when I would get very suicidal. My brain wouldn't be working right. I would just get these urges. So I'm telling you this because I wanted to tell you, it seems like, oh, hypoglycemia, that could be genetic. Yes, yes, it could be genetic, and it can also be caused by your diet or lack thereof. It can be caused, like I said, by eating really, really sugary foods. If you eat that often, your blood sugar will spike. You'll get like a sugar high, and then it'll drop. That's hypoglycemia. That's when you feel sugar low, you feel sad, moody, don't have energy. Or it can just always be low, like it was for me because I wasn't eating. Now, what I did as well is I saw a counselor to talk about food, and to try to address those issues with food as well. So I highly recommend that. So what I recommend, it's the same 4 steps that I recommend on how to get over regular depression. It's number 1, go see a doctor and they can help diagnose you and tell you which foods to eat. Number 2, see a counselor. That really helped me, just to talk with someone and kind of reframe my ideas about food. Number 3, now you have to do it. You have to actually eat well. Yeah, I know. You have to put it into practice. And then number 4 is to practice what your counselor says and practice positive thinking, positive body image, stuff like that. So the first 2 steps are to see a professional, first a medical doctor or counselor. And the second 2 steps or steps 3 and 4 are to actually do it. So start eating well, start changing your mindset. I wanted to tell you that. I've heard that you're only as sick as your secrets. So this is my big, dark, dirty secret: is my actions caused my hypoglycemia, and they made my depression a lot worse. And I take full responsibility for that. And thankfully, I saw a doctor. We caught it. I got better, and I'm eating now, and I feel better. And I worked with a counselor, and I'm better now. But I wanted to tell you that because if anyone else there is like me, who's skipping meals, not eating enough, your brain can't function on such low calories. So whatever else you're going through in your life, whether that be mentally or in your life with your relationships, it makes it that much harder to get through it because your brain is starving and it's screaming out for nutrients and food. So whatever else you're going through, even mental depression, it's going to make it that much harder to get over it. And it will amplify the symptoms. I wanted to let you know that, and thank you so much for listening. All the links will be linked below for my website, and also how to get help, my 4-step system on how to talk to a professional, how to talk to a doctor, how to talk to a counselor, all that stuff. That's linked below. Love you. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.